Hi, greetings from the Pacific Northwest. Bo here. Got a combination of vinyl finds, and I got a very generous package in the mail recently from Jason, Funnyface26. You know, you guys all know he has a great channel. He's kind of started doing album reviews as opposed to vinyl finds, but still excellent channel, highly recommended. I'm gonna do a quick cheers here to myself because I like coffee and it's kind of not early because I know I get up early to watch my TV westerns, but cheers to everybody. I was told to quit shooting in front of the window. Now the good thing is, I guess the lighting's better. Now you can shrink all this in, right? Although I got to have a Love Forever Changes T-shirt on. But bad news is, Lulu can't get in the frame of this picture, so no Lulu. I'd rather have Lulu in the picture, so this I'll probably go back to doing them out there in the living room. But anyhow, you didn't come here to hear me prattle on. I'm gonna start with my vinyl finds. I've been purging a lot. I know a lot of people have been doing that lately. I mean, I like '60s music. I mean, I like all the way through the '90s stuff, but primarily I collect '60s music. But do I need every album from the Dave Clark Five or Herman's Hermits or Gary Lewis and the Playboys? No, greatest hits suffices for Peter and Gordon. No, greatest hits suffices for stuff like that. You don't need to have. It's not like when you put on tour for Herman's Hermits that you're going to get something mind blowing. You're going to get one or two hits and a bunch of filler. So why not just have the hits? It's not like playing Forever Changes, which is a great album from start to finish. A lot of people have been talking about, am I a collector? What am I? I've decided that I want to cull my collection down to, and not, I'm going to keep a lot of stuff, but I'm looking, heavy hitter kind of stuff, or obscure stuff. Like, for example, start off with one of my finds. This is called 13 is a Magical Number. It's a musical drama of a living myth, an original production by Creative Initiative Foundation and Building the Earth. This is very strange in a good way. I mean, if you're familiar with and I don't own it, but if you're familiar with the Coven's first record, which is kind of had to do with mystical and witchcraft and stuff like that. I think even, I don't know, is it, no, maybe not. Vincent Price might have been on a different record. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But this is kind of in that vein. This is from 1972. What label is this thing on? I don't even know. I'll show it. It says it on here. It's not jumping out at me. And I have played this a little bit. Like I said, it was kind of off the wall, kind of chanting, kind of weird. I liked it. It was okay. I'm gonna have to sit down and listen to it more before I make a decision about keeping it in the collection. Right now, it leans towards keeping it in, but we'll see. Next is, now if you're familiar with their first record, this is on Uni, this is The Giant Crab. Their first record has a psychedelic reputation, but it's mostly horn rock. This is their second, I don't know if it was their last, I don't know if they did a third or not. I believe this is their second, this might be their third. It's after the first one. This is a much better record. If you're a psych collector, this is more psychedelic, more Eastern tinge to it, I would say, than the first one, which is clearly, to me, it's just a horn rock. And the nice thing about trading in all that stuff, I've been able to score a couple of things that are kind of cool. Now, this is a 60s repressing. This is Real Folk Blues, Muddy Waters. And I'll show you guys the label. This is not the first original. This is the, sorry. Still had this in there from Cadet Concepts. Little ordering thing. There's the original inner sleeve. This was sealed, completely sealed still. So I was a little hesitant about that because you never know if they're gonna be warped. But of course, I opened it and I played it. So on the chest, Muddy Waters. If you're gonna, the tag said if you're a serious blues collector, you've got to have this in your collection. I'm not a serious blues collector, but I sure like to get the stuff when I find it. I also scored this too. Also, same vein, late 60s reissue. Bo Diddley, Have Guitar Will Travel. Just like Paladin. Paladin, Paladin, where do you roam? Paladin, Paladin, far, far from home. Have gun will travel, reads the card of a man. Have guitar will travel, reads the card of Bo Diddley. Anyhow, this is good stuff. Now this is, Muddy Waters is more more traditional style. This has got a little bit more electric in it, I would say. And this one's on checker. It's a late 60s repress. This one was not sealed, but still great to have that in the collection. That's my vinyl finds. So I traded in a bunch of stuff. I still have a bunch of credit left, but I'm being very selective about what I pick up now. I'm gonna be a record snob, as it were. Pardon while I have another shot of juice, please. Thank you. All right, Jason, Funnyface26. He and we send stuff back and forth all the time. He's dropped the latest on me. We'll start with this one, which is probably, out of what he sent me, probably my second favorite. This is Autumn 66. This is the Spencer Davis group. Steve Winwood, just to get, oh, he's smoking cigarettes. I miss smoking. I used to love smoking. Regret quitting. Only quitters quit. That's all right. Anyhow, so there's Steve Winwood. It's got it's got Somebody Help Me. It's got Mean Woman Blues. They do a cover of Midnight Special on here. Take This Hurt Off Me. Blue Eyed Soul. If you dig that kind of thing, man, Spencer Davis group, especially the Steve Winwood years. Steve Winwood with Spencer Davis, or with Blind Faith, or with Traffic, is outstanding. And when he did more of his solo type material, I wasn't as interested in it. But this is really fantastic record. Glad to have that in the old collection. Thank you very much, Jason. He also sent this. And this was a big shock to me. This is a 1976 reissue of their debut. This is Tomorrow. And it's on the Harvest label. Oops, there's a hole right there, so you can see. So it's on Harvest. I have the record store reissue from, was it 2 record store days ago, on the splatter vinyl. But this is really cool. This is from, this is like, I'm going to say 1976, I think. And of course it's got the, My White Bicycle on there and a bunch of other stuff. Featuring Keith West and Steve Howe, of course, They gotta let you know that. But this is it's a really cool record. To have this in any fashion, even the record store day reissue, is pretty cool. So this is really great. Originals are very hard to come by. My record store actually has a copy. They have Gandalf and a whole bunch of stuff. They're not for sale. There's there's a radio station down the street. A lady had a psychedelic show on Fridays, and when she retired, she donated all that stuff to them for display in the store. So it's really cool. I think I've shown pictures of that before when I used to belong to the Facebook group. I've been on that group for a while. This is another one he sent me. This is a Parachute by the Pretty Things. It's on Rare Earth, so I think it's the U.S. It's a gatefold. I think it's a gatefold. Even with glasses on, I can't see. It's frustrating getting old. That's to say, Sonny, in my day, well, I walked uphill to school both ways, and I listened to Parachute by Pretty Things. A lot of people like this better than SF Sorrow, and I like this, but I'm not in that camp. I'm an SF Sorrow guy, but this is really outstanding. This is super generous, Jason. I can't believe that. Now, here's my favorite one. Just he's stolen, as it were, and he kind of said, well, it's in rough shape and blah, 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 and it doesn't have painted black by the U.S., but I don't care. This is a U.K., I believe it's an original. Might be an early second pressing, I don't know. On Decca, Aftermath. Brian Jones. Brian Jones. It's on the red Decca, as you can see. I love the Rolling Stones. I like them better than the Beatles. I don't put them up there. My favorite group is the Small Faces. My favorite record is Forever Changes. Love is my second favorite band, but Rolling Stones are right up there. I like them better than the Beatles. So anyhow, that's it. Finds. Thank you to Jason, Funnyface26. Thank you to everybody out there. Creeping up very slowly. Been a long journey on 400 subs. If I ever reach 400 subs, we'll do some sort of a contest. We'll have some cool giveaway, but I don't know. It's been a long journey just to get to 390, so we'll see what happens. No, we're not all a big fan of contests. My last contest didn't go over so well. A couple people got a little grumpy about it. Oh well, that's life. That's life. Next time. Bye, y'all.